WWE releases one of their Cruiserweight stars. Impact Wrestling announces 2 new shows coming to us in April, and more news on the WWE dual-branded, single-branded pay-per-view events. This is PWR Tonight for Thursday, February 15, 2018. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Pro Wrestling Report, and welcome to PWR Tonight. Damian Nelson coming here from the PWR studios, and we appreciate you joining us here for yet another edition of the nightly installment of the Pro Wrestling Report. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the broadcast here on YouTube so that you never miss an episode of the Pro Wrestling Report, including an all-new Feedback Friday coming tomorrow night. But you're going to get it on YouTube after you get it when it is live on Facebook. We're going to be on Facebook Live, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and then the show will later be posted to YouTube. So why not join us live and post your questions, your comments, your concerns, and do so in a live format with us. Facebook.com/PWR show tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. And in today's hot news, a follow-up item that we reported to yesterday about the upcoming WWE pay-per-view events. Yesterday we told you about reports on WrestlingInc.com, our great friends over there, about WWE branding or making the pay-per-views going forward after Backlash dual branded. Now we know that now the Wrestling Observer is also reporting the same thing, but going into a bit more detail, saying that the pay-per-view, dual branded pay-per-view events are imminent, and an announcement from WWE will be coming soon to that effect. Additionally, they're saying that there is apparently some feedback that WWE has gotten that indicates that people feel that the non-major pay-per-view events are too short. I'll repeat that. Some people feel the non-major pay-per-view events are too short. I didn't take that survey. So as a result, they are going to expand these dual-branded shows, all of their pay-per-view events, to 4 hours. Now you got to think about the reasoning here from WWE. They, of course, are lobbying and looking to get network subscriptions, and the additional pay-per-view events has not shown that that has been the case. So why not just to make them dual branded, more big stars on all of the shows? Perhaps that will mean more as far as network subscriptions, and we on a monthly basis, because it looks like WWE has about 13 events scheduled this year versus the 17 I believe they had last year, we will get to endure 4 hours of them each time now, and that on top of a 1 to 2 hour pre-show. 3 hours of Raw, 6 hours of pay-per-view, 2 hours of SmackDown, 1 hour NXT, 2 hours of Impact, 1 hour of Ring of Honor, 1 hour of New Japan. There's a lot of wrestling on TV, even more so now than there was Attitude Era. Impact Wrestling has announced 2 big shows coming to us in April. First of which is going to be a brand new pay-per-view event that titled Redemption. That'll be occurring on April 22nd, and again will be available on pay-per-view. It appears as if that show will take place in Canada, much like their last big event did as well. And also, as you know, TNA typically brings us Lockdown in the month of April. Well, that not to be the case in 2018, according to TNA's or Impact's Josh Matthews, who wouldn't commit to saying the event would not happen, but indicated that it likely would not in 2018. Additionally, speaking regarding Impact Wrestling, Impact will bring us a live show from WrestleMania weekend. Yes, indeed, a big show from WrestleMania weekend. It's going to be at WrestleCon in New Orleans on Friday, April 6th, the same night of the Shenanigans party. However, it won't be in the way. Show will start at 9 o'clock p.m. and will end at 11 o'clock p.m. That show will be broadcasting live on Twitch, which has recently begun airing some TNA programming. They're going to be featuring that show live on that platform from WrestleCon. And again, you'll have plenty of time to get to the biggest party of WrestleMania weekend, hosted by SoCal Val, featuring Kevin Nash and dozens of other wrestling stars. It's the biggest party event of WrestleMania weekend. Tickets available now. VIP tickets and general admission tickets 10% off for a limited time right now at PWRshow.com. And both those tickets include all you can drink all night long, including the signature drink of the French Quarter and Bourbon Street Hurricanes. What category will you get to at the Shenanigans VIP party? Let's all find out together, and there may be a prize for the drunkest. Well, but they won't know they won it, so why bother? It's the Shenanigans VIP party featuring Kevin Nash. Friday, April 6th, right after TNA Live on Twitch, right after the WWE Hall of Fame. So TNA's running directly up against the Hall of Fame. We are running right after it. This event at the Bourbon Cowboy Only 5 minutes from both those venues, so you have plenty of time to make it a full night of action in New Orleans on Friday, April 6th. Folks, WWE announced today that they have parted ways, mutually agreed to part ways with a Cruiserweight star. Rich Swann, who was one of the more popular cruiserweights. However, he had gotten himself into a little bit of trouble due to a domestic violence and kidnapping allegation from his girlfriend, who works for TNA Wrestling, interestingly enough. Those charges, though, were dropped last month. So he may have been charged, and an investigation was completed, and he was not charged. So he has committed no crime. However, today, WWE announcing that they have mutually agreed to part ways. So Rich Swann no longer with World Wrestling Entertainment. An unfortunate situation. One could hope it was truly mutual. However, it just goes to show you how these allegations, if you will, can turn into a life-changing event, even when the person is found not guilty or not even charged with an actual crime. Folks, tomorrow night we're going to be live with Feedback Friday on Facebook Live. That's at PWR Show on Twitter. Just confused you there, didn't I? Confused myself. Facebook.com/PWR Show, as you see on your screen there. Facebook.com/PWR Show. We'll be live at 6 o'clock p.m. Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, taking your live comments, questions, concerns, feedback. It's Feedback Friday. We got a lot of comments from y'all yesterday on our episode about The Miz, who, let me be clear, I think is today's Ric Flair and is a top star in WWE and may go on to WrestleMania and face Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Many of you doubted me in 2012 when I said Miz would cash in, would become the WWE champion, and then would go on to WrestleMania to beat John Cena to retain the championship. I said those words, he did those things. We'll see what happens. I'm not as sure this time, I'll just be clear with you on that. We'll see what happens, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow in Feedback Friday. That's Facebook.com/PWR Show. That show will be posted later here to YouTube and on our podcast network as well. So head on over right now and like us on Facebook. That's PWR Show on Facebook. I want to thank all of you for joining us here on PWR tonight, and we will see you tomorrow, Facebook Live, for Feedback Friday. Until then, for all of us here at the Pro Wrestling Report, thank you so much for joining us.